What is up, guys? So I'm here, and I was doing a few tests just a little bit ago. I was telling a friend of mine about War Gods. I've been trying to get him back into the game, and he's always liked Beast Warriors. This is from back in the day where you'd run Pitch Black Werewolf and Enraged Politics and stuff. But that's always been his thing, is Beast Warriors. So I thought War Gods would be a good match for him. Just even the general play style is a lot like what he used to play. So, kind of built a deck for him. Again, I was running tests just to make sure it was good enough, because I'm a good friend like that. Anyway, I ended up winning the rock, paper, scissors. Didn't draw too well. I didn't get my Yamato first turn, which is sad. So I just set Mirakumo face down because I needed it in the graveyard anyway. And that's really all I could do with the hand I had. So. But we're facing heroes, kind of a ye old hero, actually running polymerization. But he goes to the Stratos, searches Blade Edge, uses Fusion Sage to get Poly, and now he's using Fusion Recovery to get Poly and Stratos back. But we then draw into Yamato, so time for OP-ness. Use Mirakumo's effect to get rid of Great Tornado and then attack for that 18k. Holding onto the two Habakuris for when we need it, using Yamato's effect to drop the Hetsuka, because Hetsuka's good. I really like the toolboxiness of this whole deck. It's kind of, you just get one big monster and keep it there. There's no swarming. It's very cerebral, and I love it. But anyway, he attacks into the Habakuri on the Escuardo. So. Still keeping Yamato on field, as usual. At this point, I opt to drop the Vivid Knight to get into the new one, Kakusuchi. And on that, we milled Vivid Knight, Honest, Hachi, and Hetsuka. So we got an extra 200 off of that. And then setting Horn of the Phantom Beast. At this point, I'm able to sit on top of Kakatsucha for a very long time. He puts out Shining, which is normally a really good card. It's got 3,200, so. But he runs into the Horn of the Phantom Beast, and with that, I get to draw into the Sword Manifesting War God. We're sitting on the Kagetsucha at 3,500 right now, and he has a 2x non-destruction. Just get that extra damage there. I put out the Habakuri, which put him at like 5 or 4,000 or something like that. Yeah, it's going a little fast. On the horn draw, I drew Tenki, so I used Tenki to search Yamato, and then I set the swords, and then on Yamato's end phase, I drop Mirakumo just to win more. So anyway, he's got not too bad of a hand, but goes Poly into Gaia. Tries to use Gaia's effect on that, and use Hetsuka to negate it. The fact that this card can run like what? I don't know, 3 lances, 4 honest, stuff like that. But anyway, I use the double swords to grab a Habakuri, and then put Hetsuka back in the grave because he's good. We need it for that little bit of protection. He attacked, despite knowing that I had Habakuri in hand, he tries to attack Yamato and Habakuri, and then he attacks into Kagetsucha just to end it. But anyway, we have one more, this time again, another hero deck. This one's slightly scarier. You'll see on his first hand, because he drops hero lives, and he gets a pretty good first turn out. I kind of go too much. I try to double Mikatsuchi, Vivid Knight, and that. But anyway, I need that in the grave. I got a Habakuri in hand. And Vivid, I have this for extra protection, and then this in case it gets destroyed. So that's not bad. But he goes Hero Lives for Stratos. Stratos to search Malicious, Destiny Draw. On Malicious, draw 2 cards. That to pop Tenki, E-Call into Alias. Alias there. Overlays into Excalibur. I mean, it's kind of stupid. I'm sitting here like, ouch. Miracle Fusion into Shining. and then I just choose to use Vivid Knight, because dropping the Habakiri would not allow me to get over that. So we're facing pretty big odds, mainly just the Shining. So we get Yamato back from Vivid Knight's effect. I use Mirakumo's effect to pop that Shining, and then I decide to sit on this for now. In case you missed that, that was Yamato's effect to draw and ditch Hachi, and then having Mikazuki on the field at the same time. When at the end phase of a War God was sent to the graveyard, I get to search a War God spell or trap. So that worked pretty well. And then I did a Pro Set Heavy, because why not? This kind of plays a lot like... the only thing I can really give it analogous to is Frogs, where I don't run like too many traps or anything like that. But he attacks into the Habakiri twice, got 2 in hand, and he's left at 600, and it ends there because that's game. I could have done some extra shenanigans that next turn, but oh well. So we will go to the deck list here, running 2 of the Mikazuchis, just because it's having this all revolves around having your Beast Warrior War Gods. He's kind of the replacement to Yamato. If they somehow get around Yamato with all the protection, you are able to drop him down, and it still works. The triple Yamato, the heart of the deck, back before we got some of this extra support, he was it. You only had him for your Beast Warriors. And then the double Vivid Knight, just kind of as the a little extra bit of protection. If they target it for anything, or for an attack or a card effect, you can summon the Vivid Knight and then bounce that back, essentially giving Yamato a Thunderbird effect. But he also ups the Beast Warrior count for like Tiger King, Kagutsuchi, and stuff like that. And then for your traps, all the relics, because they're that good. He's a vessel too. But we're running triple Hitsuka. Again, he's your lance or your dress. He's good. With the amount of recycling, he can be used very often. And even though it is only a targeting effect, so you can't get around like dark holes or anything like that, it still has saved me so many times. I was facing a frog player, even though I lost, Caius's, Rises, just Hitsuka it. And then the double Hachi, which is your MST. That is, I'm only running 2 copies, but with what's in here, he's very reusable. The triple Mirakumas, which can destroy any face-up card. So this is your free Soul Taker, or the double Hirakamas. So it's your free Soul Taker. Your triple Habakiris, and your Honest. So your 4 Honests, which is what makes this deck competitive. Being able to run 4 Honests, and these being recyclable is even better. And that's it for the monster lineup. Again, you really only have your Mikazuchis, your Yamatos, and your Vivid Knights. Everything else is a magic and trap. We run 1 heavy, 1 dark, 1 monster born, and then double dualities. As far as staples, triple War God Advent. I'm thinking about cutting this down. It has helped in certain situations, but I don't think I really need to run it at 3. Same with the double War God Resonations. This is pretty much, War Gods have a heat or a cold wave, which is really good. I just very rarely have gotten to the point where my opponent has more monsters than I do, and I have a Yamato, or a War God Beast Warrior on the field. So I'm thinking about taking these out, putting these in the side for other things, and then maybe taking that to 1. We have the double Tensu and triple Tenki. I'm not running Bear in this currently, but I think I might, just because of what I just took out there. Again, this to search your Mikazuchis or your Hamatos, and this to, of course, get that extra normal summon out, and then easily go into an Xyz. The double Horn of the Phantom Beast, again, boost and plus, triple sword manifesting war gods, just for the recycling. Again, you know, you use your Habakiri, get it back in your hand, you use your Hatsuka, get it back in the grave. Again, just for reuse. It's really nice having it. And then the double war god end. I've yet to use it, and I just kind of threw it in there to keep a theme, but I'm thinking about taking it out. I don't really see why I would ever need it, because you tribute a beast warrior type Bujin to get one Bujin. I don't see what good that is. Maybe to get a Susanoo out. I don't know. I mean that kind of makes sense, because then you get Susanoo out and he's an Ashara priest. But I don't know. So I'm thinking of tossing in like a couple safe zones. Not that. A couple safe zones. 2 bears. Just to actually get some use out of the Tenki and the Tensus. And then we could just throw in like an Avarice. That might make sense, because this does go through the graveyard very quickly, or it goes through the deck, and you need to throw stuff back in there. So I think this might be the final build. Again, taking these out, throwing in the double bears, the double safe zones, and the Pot of Avarice. But again, that is it. Oh yes, extra deck. We're running the double Keketsuchi, which I think I might put to 3, or no, I just run it at doubles. I did notice many times, especially with War God Advent, that I can go into a Shockmaster. So we will definitely toss one of him in. But yes, the double Keketsuchis, the double Susanos. Keketsuchi is actually becoming really good, because it's just 2 Beast Warriors, so you can drop it with the Vivid Knights or the Bears. But, you know, they pretty much added Mikazuchi, so you could go into it. It can power you up, it could fill your graveyard, and then it's also, you know, has a Gachi effect, where it's not destroyed twice, or any Beast Warrior War God. And then we have the double Susanos. He's here for recycling. The fun thing about this deck is that you can go into like things like Omega, Paladynamo, because all of these are lights, which is also why you get to run Honest. But yeah, so I have the 1 Omega, the 1 Shockmaster, as I mentioned before. Pretty much you can drop a War God Advent, and then you can very easily go into him. The 1 Tiger King, because Beast Warriors, and then the double Diamond Dire Wolf, because again, you know, you can War God Advent, overlay into this, and then pop one of the ones that you want back in your graveyard to essentially plus. And then the Paladynamo, again, I mentioned that you're able to go into it, and then a Laval Vol Chain because it needs graveyard setup, so you throw stuff in the grave with it. And as far as generic rank 4s, we have 1 Papal, 1 Maestroke, 1 Abyss Dweller, and then 1 Cowboy. That is really it. Again, I was just testing this out for a friend. I did make a few changes here, but I think this is pretty solid. I hear a lot of talk of when Judgment of the Light comes out, this is going to be one of the big tier decks. I really like it just because it's, again, very cerebral. It's not about, it doesn't play itself. You really have to think about your moves and setting up your plays correctly. But yeah, so I think this is going to be a good deck for my friend, and I hope you guys enjoyed it too. But yes, anyway, this is Suam again of the Yugi Cast. As always, please like, comment, subscribe, follow, and follow. And I'll see you guys in another video. Talk to you guys later. Bye.